Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day. To the 50. It's going to be a long day. Protein spill. You can take right back. You can get it.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
No. 319. Get 300. Get 300. Boom. 40's mark. 40's mark. Here we go. Check. 40's mark. Hey, flag.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And an alley to run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on first. Down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it with Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones His 21st touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He finds an opening past the 40. And a cutback, right sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Paris Campbell. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well-organized, well-coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Ravens 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 3, check the ball.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go. 18 data, 18 data. Go, go. Kill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check. Check it up. Go.
From the gun, Jackson. And some room to work. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Keep going. Touchdown, baby. I see you over there.
Rosas to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Packers 21, Ravens 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Packers 21, Ravens 7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 43. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Kill. He's coming. We got double up. Hustle.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for Campbell downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Check. Put up.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media. But
there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Now Jackson on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tight dog.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 39. Wait. Keep it up. Yo. Whip. Watch the whip. Check out. Check 99.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Motion. Reset. Shift. Check.
To throw again is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check. That's it. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Back north. Small.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Right here. Deuce. Box it. Chip. Inside. Check Mike 40. Right. Watch safety creeping.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Davis. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, box truck. Crash. Switch.
Here's Rodgers. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Packers.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken way up by the 25. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. First carry for James Conner. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Mack. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Jackson, all in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Grant. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Push him back. Check 13. Check 13. Go, go, go.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
At the Packers' 47-yard line.
Rush in, rush in.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, but now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Jackson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Jump out!
Throwing on second down, Rodgers. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Jones. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing. Check, check. Fresno. What we do?
They will run with Grant. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Ball trot. Zip it. It's you. It comes to me, it's me.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for Green Bay, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.